So
Absolutely.
it's interesting because you were like, I don't believe this stuff, but it works. It almost seems to me like it's it's really just a whole different way of doing therapy because you're having them do the work. It's so people think hypnosis and they're like, oh, Vegas people clucking like a chicken doing, you know what I mean? Like they think of this cheesy TV, propaganda version of it. But it sounds like your process is just kind of taking therapy and flipping it and being like,
So how I work with people is most lay people, right? They think that hypnosis is what they've seen on TV or what they've seen in Las Vegas. It's not that, or they've seen in a Hollywood movie. It's not their fault. They've never looked into it before. It's
yeah.
just something presenting. And sometimes it can be like that. Sometimes for shits and giggles, I'll go out to, we got a place in Toronto called Kensington Market. And in the summer, they have Pedestrian Sunday. So it's like a earthy, crunchy, hippie kind of vibe. A lot of street performers, musicians working there. So I'll go out there with my girlfriend, the Hypno Pixie. We'll wear our T-shirts which say, ask me to hypnotize you. We'll have like a sandwich board there. And we're not there to do therapy or change work with people, just to do fun, entertaining stuff. So remember, these people don't know me. They haven't, their belief system hasn't been filled in by, oh, we've heard about lukenosis, Luke Howard, he's great. They don't know me from Adam. So I've got none of that on my side. Number two, they've never had a screening with me. They haven't paid me for work. They haven't come to one of my shows. And they did not wake up that morning and said, you know what? When I'm walking from A to B, I hope a hypnotist stops me and asks if I want to be hypnotized. So there's no buy-in. It's as pure an art form or as pure a martial art as is possible. They just walk in and they see the T-shirt. They're like, oh, can you hypnotize me? I'm like, absolutely. Put your feet together, and I go straight into it. And I'm not in the street to do therapy. That would not be the place. But fun stuff, like with their permission. And these are people that it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something. So they're just shopping.
Yeah.
Where I'll glue their, well, I'll drop them to the ground safely. I'll make sure they don't have any health things, but I'll drop them to the ground, and then I'll ask them to open their eyes, and I'll be like, "You're not hypnotized, are you?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, you can. Why are you on the floor then?" I don't know. I'm like, "You could stand up, can't you?" And I've got hundreds of videos on my YouTube, lukenosis, men, women, tall, short, black, white, everyone, right? And you'll see, and they can't move. And because I'm like, surely they can move, but why would they play along? So then I'm like, let me see if I can break the trance. Because I think they must be playing along. So I'm like, let me honest. I'm like a social scientist. Let me test this. So then I pull out $10. If you can move, touch this $10, you can keep it. They can't move. $20, $30, $40. I got up to $1,030, an iPhone 11 when it was new, and my girlfriend's Tiffany ring.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and that's right in front of them. I'm like, all you got to do is, you're not really hypnotized, are you? Like, no, all you got to do is stand up. And when you touch this, it's all yours. Not one person ever, men, women, tall, short, white, black, gay, straight, not one person has ever. I'm like, there must be something to this, because this is not even a belief. They do not know me. They haven't bought a ticket to a show. They don't know. They haven't gone on my website. They didn't know this was going to happen. But I do that stuff because I want to show people how powerful their mind is. So if they can be glued to the ground by a complete stranger with words, then maybe if they come to see me, we can glue in that New Year's resolution of eating in a way that's supportive for them in achieving the kind of weight they want to lose. Sometimes I'll just stick people's eyelids together, and I'll be like, and you're not hypnotized, are you? Like, I'm not hypnotized at all, Luke. Why are your eyes closed? Are they? Yeah, I'm like, try and open your eyes, find you can't. And I see this. I'm like, really try it. And I do that, not to impress them, but to impress upon them. If you can take something involuntary, like gluing your eyes shut with just words, then what else can you close the lid on in your life? Past relationships, past addictions. If you can create that in your own body, and I'm not creating it, they're doing it, then what else can you put the lid on? What else can you close? What else can you signal off? Sometimes I'll invisible myself in front of someone. And I'll go in front of someone and I'm like this. And their eyes are just like this. And I'll move around and I'm looking to see sneakily if their eyes move when I'm moving around and they're just trying to be nice. Why do I do that? Not to humiliate anyone. I do that because if you can invisible me, someone real who's standing in front of you doing all this business and your eyes aren't moving because you honestly can't see, then maybe you can invisible that limitation that you've had your whole life that says I'm not good enough, that's been in front of you. And maybe you cannot see that anymore. So I do all these little fun things, not for entertaining and for clicks on YouTube, but always to direct someone's mind. If you can do this, what else can you do to make your life fucking amazing? Because this is how powerful you are.
That's I'm gonna have to go look that up on YouTube and put the link
go
into there because they're great.
Lukenosis, street hypnosis. I think there's 200 videos. Check it out.